The way adversity quotient is different from IQ, EQ, CQ, and SQ, which is not social quotient. It comes out of emotional quotient only. So the way it is different is that intelligence quotient and emotional quotient is and creativity quotient is somehow inborn. Okay, this is a quotient. These are quotients basically which are pretty much there when the child is born. Not taking away the fact that adversity is not determined at the time of birth. Yes, it is. But these quotients, IQ, EQ, CQ, SQ, SQ I will not take into consideration because it is a part of EQ. So I'm going to stick with IQ, EQ, and CQ. They are basically already predetermined. They can be taken to another level with acquired intelligence. It can be sharpened. A lot of skills can be acquired and sharpen them a little more. However, not beyond a certain limited amount of percentage. Whereas with adversity quotient, even if you're born with, let's say, zero adversity, with no power, no control, and no resilience in you, let's say, however it's not possible, but still, let's say you're born with absolute zero, this is the only quotient which you can take from 0 to 100. Meaning that right from when the child is born, we can teach and condition the child to have adversity or resilience quotient right from, even if it is 0 to 100. So that is what makes adversity quotient one of the most sought after quotients after much studies over the world, the most important one. Because you may have the IQ, may have the intelligence to do something or to finish a task. You may have the social or the emotional quotient to understand your feelings, and those feelings could be anything: anger, love, happiness, sadness, and many more. You may have that, and you may have a very good rapport with people, and you may have also a very good creativity quotient where you can think out of the box. But you may not know how to sum up all these three and put it into right action. So adversity quotient is all about action, taking action. So, and that is where most people freeze or most people quit. So the important words, operative words here would be freeze, quit, give up, those kind of, or resiliate, or go forward, or withstand, survive the problem. So main thing is about having that adversity or resilience quotient high, which can be increased. So that is why most of the companies want CEOs, want CFOs, want managers who are good survivors and good doers. Okay, look at our defense forces, for example. If the adversity was not high, they would not be able to withstand the extreme temperatures and the extreme situations that they are in. Doctors, for example. So even in today's times, nurses, doctors, everybody who's doing so much work for all the infected people. So all these kind of things, like most of the doctors may not have gone and volunteered. Most of the nurses may not have gone and volunteered, or maybe they were scared themselves, or maybe it was the family pressure. But some of them still went and still did, knowing very well that they may not come back and they may not see their families ever. So those kind of things, adversity quotient is the only quotient which makes you do all that. So I hope the question is answered.